do you want this Sunday morning? It must be 1 in the morning over there. Morning, mate. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? What are you up to this week?
I'm very... we're going on this M550d Drive, mate. What time is it over there? It's like 5:50 in the morning here.
I'm still at the office. You know how these things go. It's like 1 a.m.
Okay. Yeah, mate, we're off to drive this M550 XD, which has got 545 foot-pounds of torque. So, yeah, all's good with the world. It's in and out in a day. You know, it's Munich, snow on the ground, winter tyres. It doesn't sound too clever, but I reckon we'll get something from it.
Good. Okay, good. What are you doing with it? What's the story?
Well, I've got a bit of an idea. We land in Munich. I'm not too sure about the weather. I had a look at some webcams. Doesn't look too bad. Then we're going to head south to sort of Garmisch area.
Do me a favor, though. Nothing illegal. Okay?
Well, look, we're just going to go to this place. I've just got a nice little place that sort of links in with the car and the torque element and the power thing. So, yeah, I just got a little location we're going to head to and then shoot for a bit and then head back again.
Chris, promise me this is not crazy. Nothing stupid. Is this place even relevant?
It's kind of, yeah. It links in with the whole big diesel torque thing and the power. So, yeah, I'm happy with it.
All right, I'll leave it up to you. Nothing stupid, nothing crude, nothing illegal. It's just, do your thing. I trust you, but something good, all right?
Yeah, okay, mate. It's absolutely, it's on the money. Don't worry, we'll do that, Jeff. Thanks a lot, mate. And, yeah, go and get some sleep, dude.
Yeah, well, don't miss your flight. Don't worry about me, all right?
Okay. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
You didn't tell him, did you?
No. No. Just get on the plane now. Let's get on the plane. Is there a better way to start the day than poring over an E12 M535i? For me personally, not really. That was arguably the first M car. This is the first of a new breed of sub-M car, and it runs on diesel. The M550d X Drive's engine is basically BMW flicking the bird at every other supposedly fast diesel in town. It has 381 horsepower and 546 foot-pounds of torque. It does this through 3 turbochargers, 2 small, 1 large. One of the smaller compressors spins from idle, the big fella works from 1500 RPM, and a third can be woken at the snap of a vacuum-activated flap for really high-demand situations. It's a complicated system of ducting and charge cooling, which means that what the driver asks for, he gets. Everything about this motor is extreme. The head is specially bolted to the block, the injector rail is forged, and those injectors work at 2,200 bar. I mean, what happens if they let go at that pressure? Does the human race just cease to exist?
Je nachdem, in welchem M-Performance-Automobil Sie unterwegs sind, so zwischen 6,3 und 7,7 Litern Diesel pro 100 Kilometer.
Let's see what we can do. Only in Germany would you do your intro piece to camera at an indicated 210 kilometers an hour heading south fast to get to our destination. This is quite a special car, guys, I have to say. 3 turbochargers, 381 horsepower, 546 foot-pounds of torque in a 5 Series that looks no more dangerous than a 520d. It's just the consummate Autobahn cruiser. My first observation, I suppose, is the nature of the power delivery. This is so different to an M5 because it's all about torque, it's about surge. And it's actually quite disappointing when the engine kicks down because you lose that feeling of elasticity. It's lovely when it holds onto the gear a bit longer and just draws you out. Sometimes you put your foot down and it kicks down, but yeah, I've been going along at somewhere between 240 and indicated 260 for the last 10 minutes. You don't even know you're doing it. I've only got a few hours in the car. I wanted to collect the car from Munich Airport, get in it, drive south, go to this location that I think has a synergy with the car, and then leg it back. The real reason was to actually experience the car at high speed. I want to use this car as it's going to be used. So pick it up from Germany, head south to a ski resort. I've got my four-wheel drive, I've got my security, I've got a de-restricted Autobahn, and that will show off the M550d X Drive to its perfect capabilities. There are definitely two distinct sides to the character of this M550d X Drive though. There's the big, loping, fast Autobahn car, and then there's the car that you have when the road turns twisty. I'm on winter tyres today, which doesn't help, but it's a big old bus this, thick end of 1.9 tonnes. It just does feel big, wants to understeer. You know, it's not an M5 rival in that respect, it really isn't. It's impressive, and the four-wheel drive means that it's a good cross-country car in this weather, but yeah, it's big, very big. Push it quite hard, the tail will wag under power, which is interesting. I suppose that's true to the BMW DNA. The really good bit, of course, is what this car really should be doing, and that is going very fast for long distances in great comfort with this wonderful surging acceleration, which is just so gratifying when you're using the car. As I said earlier, you actually curse yourself when the car kicks down because you want to feel that torque between sort of 2,000 and 4,000 RPM. The real difference with this between this and any other diesel engine I've driven is the way it revs out to, you know, well over 5,000 RPM. That is dead impressive. I think it's a great car. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a great car. I suppose I'm a little bit disappointed because it just does everything so well. I mean, it is so understated. It's not even a Q car. It's an R car. It's a fascinating thing. I'm enjoying it, but for some reason there's something missing. I think it is the fact that I expected perhaps too much. I'll tell you where we are now. We're about 120 kilometres, so 70 miles south of Munich, a place called Garmisch. And there's a little spot here that I think is just perfect. Just perfect. I think JF's going to love it. I really do. I think JF's going to like this. I think he's going to like the conceit of the story, the way that I bought this car to this place. I've made a connection. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's okay, isn't it? I mean, JF's going to get this. There I was thinking of a connection between this diesel. It's got all this pulling power, sort of tugging things, and the wank mountain. I brought it all together in a sort of clever conceit. You don't think he's going to find it funny?
No.
You think we're going to be in trouble?
Yes.
Think we're going to get fired?
Probably.
Okay, maybe we should leave the wank mounted. I thought it was a good idea myself. I mean, we've got to drive the car really fast on the way here. We did 250 all the way down virtually, and it's just so stable and fast and usable. I thought it was a good idea. Maybe not. Maybe he will hate it. Oh well. I think the unavoidable comparison that I've got to make is with the M5. The M5 is not an awful lot more expensive than this car, but it is a different world in terms of outright performance. It doesn't quite have that surge to it, but it's not far off. But you wind them both out, and the M5 is just sharper. You know, there's a sharpness about petrol engines that's just missing in these diesels. It's a bit of a shame. I don't know why. It's just that slightly soft initial throttle response. I can't quite put my finger on it, but if you were to drive this car, you'd feel it too. It just isn't quite as sharp an item. It wasn't supposed to be. Of course, it shouldn't rival an M5, but I don't know. I don't find it as enjoyable or enthusiastic a car to drive. Having said that, if you offered me one of these in an estate body, it might well just be my perfect everyday car. Yeah, I'm full of contradictions and rubbish today, aren't I? Well, at least we managed to get to the wank mountain. Neil, mate. Email him from JF. He's just seen the first rough cut of the 550d vid. Normally happy with this stuff. Chris, happy we finally got some Autobahn footage. That said, today I'm writing to you in a disciplinary capacity. I just reviewed your BMW M diesel rough cut, and words cannot express how disappointed I am with you. As the executive producer of Drive, I'm responsible for not only overseeing all production, but assuring our advertisers stay happy. I now have to shovel your shit for the next 3 days with the guys who sign checks. I'm fine with the drifting shenanigans, just no more childish bullshit. Regards, JF. Yeah, mate. I think that probably means an end to the silly stuff. Yeah, he obviously didn't like it. I think I got that slightly wrong. So we probably need to stop that and move on. Okay. Have you spoken to those lads in Nice that have got that race circuit called the Massive Tits Raceway?